that they're having results, right? And so I called her up and I said, I need to show you this, because where before it probably wasn't super lucrative, and I know that you're not necessarily doing this for the money, you're doing it to help your patients, but I want you to see what's possible from a financial side now. And so here's what I said to her. I said, okay, how many patients do you see in a whole year? And she said, she looked it up and it was over 2,000. I said, would it be realistic if we came up with a strategy that every single patient was getting informed by this through your process of, while they're in clinic seeing you? If we came up with a simple strategy that every patient was being informed and you were offering them a recommendation that was best for them, do you think it'd be realistic that a quarter of them say, yeah, I would like to get started? And she said, yeah, I would definitely say a quarter. I said, okay. And she, like I said, she sells the Healthy Eye Stack is what she recommends. And so that's a 93 in volume. And so that's what I figured. I just quickly ran some numbers and I said 500, right, is less than a quarter. 500 patients getting started on a Healthy Eye Stack would be, if everybody did it all, let's say in the same month, because that's the easiest way to figure it, that's 28,000 in volume.
Wow. And what would she be getting paid then?
I get 100,000 a year.
100,000 a year, just on 500 of her customers getting less than 100 PV. I mean, that's insane.
Because she never, ever, ever had an intention of building a network marketing company. Her intentions solely have been, since she started as a distributor, was I just want to help my patients, right? And now she can absolutely do that. And so we were almost giggling because I was like, just an extra quick 100,000 in your side gig.
Yeah.
And so we actually came up with a strategy. And so what I did from the outside looking in, I said, I just want you to walk me through what it looks like to be your patient, right? So I just went to her clinic and I said, walk me through what this would look like. Like I come to the front, I needed to see the whole process. And so I saw kind of where there were spots and gaps where somebody could self-educate and then she could educate as well. And so we decided in the waiting room, we were going to put a loop video, right? So video on loop so that it starts getting in their minds. At the front desk, there's a mat. So we just printed a big poster, right, that goes right on under the mat. So when they're checking in, they might visually see it. Then they're going to see it on the loop in the waiting room. And then when the person goes and puts them in the waiting room, there's at least like a 5-minute time frame before the doctor comes in, always, they said. And so we put that same video that's only 5 minutes now on sound in the video room. So the nurse will push play on it so they can hear it. A lot of times they can't see because we're talking about eye doctors. So she's dilated their eyes already. She's like, they can't see, but they can hear.
Yeah.
So then we put the video on loop or just one time play through so they can hear it while they're sitting in there. And then when she comes in at the end of the appointment, if she sees a problem that they need solving, like dry eyes, there's a lot of things that dry eyes is probably the number one, she said, that it's been helping everyone with no matter what. She would make the recommendation and then she hands them off to the staff and the staff will sign up their account right before they leave the office. And so during their checkout process, like if they're paying for glasses or paying for their appointment, they'll also pay for this and set up their customer account. So we figured out her simple process, and I'll tell you, she implemented it yesterday and she already has 2 new customers yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's amazing.
Yesterday is when she went and picked up the prints. We got the videos her husband got the videos on loop, and it's just, when you educate people appropriately, they do want help. They just don't know where to turn, right? And so that's our job, is to educate people appropriately.
And they're coming to you for a solution. They have a problem, you have a solution.